Good morning, all the students of 6th standard. We are learning the first lesson of history from the 6th standard, that is Indian subcontinent and history. In that, we have seen about the people's lifestyle there. So, yesterday we saw that those who live in the plain region area, their lifestyle is really different, and those who live into that hilly or the mountainous region area, their life is more strenuous and more hard and difficult. Mostly the people, those who live in the mountain region area or hilly region area, they have to depend on hunting and gathering food there. This incident or this information we saw there. So what is there? Basically, if you see, then the people, those who live into the mountainous region or that hilly region area there they will not get all the sources easily there. So due to that, they have to depend on the hunting and gathering food there. So the climate, rainfall, agricultural produce, flora and fauna of that regions where we live or all these are the sources of our livelihood there. Where we are living in that region's climate, in that region's rainfall there, agricultural produce, what kind of crops we cultivate in that region there, that region's trees, plantations there, in that region what kind of animals mostly we see there, that so all these are the sources, all these are our living sources of that regions. The lifestyle and the culture of that region depend on their support. Along with that, people's lifestyle and our culture it also depend on all these sources. If we have the good sources, then we get the good lifestyle. That if we not have the proper good sources, this then our lifestyle is also disturbed. That so our lifestyle is totally depend on our sources. That what kind of sources we get, we receive that, or what kind of sources are available, on that human beings or the people's lifestyle is depend there. Human settlement have flourished wherever the means of their of livings are plentiful. Mostly what is that human settlement, it is flourished wherever the living beings are plentiful, living things are plentiful, whatever we need, that our basic needs are wherever our basic needs are in a plentiful manner, that there mostly human settlements start to grow, that it start to increase that or develop. Over a period of time, these settlements develop further into village and town. That over a period of time, these settlements start to be developed over a period of time that, and it's became a town there. It start to be developed, small settlements start to be developed and became a town there after some years that. But sometimes recons like the degradations of the environmental drought, invasions, etc., lead to the scarcity of those means. That sometime what happened, that degradation started there, sometime drought, sometimes scarcity of water, sometimes the foreign invasion, that lack of rainfall, earthquake. Due to that, humans security became adverse, that difficult, that and that create effect on the scarcity of living things, that scarcity of food there. So people had to leave their settlement there, and that region or area became desert. We see many such instance in history, or we see many examples in our history that thus we see that there is a very close relationship between history and geography. In this way we can see that there is a very close relationship between our history and geography there. History and geography, these are closely resembles to each other. So this is our first point, that is a relation of history and geography, how it is depend. So next one part, or the next one point, that is the geographical features of our country, geographical features of India. Our country India extend far and wide. Our country or India, it is extended, it is become far and wide, spread far and wide there. At its north lie the Himalayas. There to the north side of our India, that if you see there, Himalayan ranges are there. To the eastern side, the Bay of Bengal is there, and to the western side, Arabian Sea. northern side Himalaya, eastern side Bay of Bengal, western side Arabian Sea. So in this way our country is surrounded there, so a geographical boundary is there. And the southern side also, if you see, the Indian Ocean is there to the south side, Rameshwaram there. There Indian Ocean is there, and along with that some of the islands are there, Andaman and Nicobar, Lakshadweep islands are there. All these are spread in our country. So all these are the boundaries of our country. We have to take into account these regions. We have to consider, we have to take account all these account as our region. Hence therefore to as an ancient India, this is the part of our country. When we study the ancient history of India before 1947, then today's Pakistan is also part, today's Bangladesh and Pakistan is also part of our country. If we see the history of our country before the 1947 history, then today's what is the Bangladesh or the Pakistan, these two countries are also a part of our India only. They were the part of our country. So here we'll stop. When we come tomorrow, then we'll see the next point.